My name's Kerry Archer. I've been asked to talk about my experience at the Well Christian Healing Centre in Leamington, which I'm more than happy to do. So really, I need to give a little bit of background to explain how I came to go to the Well in the first place. I have been somebody who has known God all her life and had an experience of becoming a Christian when I was 15. But when I was 35, my husband died, and that had a massive impact on my faith. Obviously raised questions for me, and questions that I didn't process and didn't get answers to. So that I felt that really what happened was that there was quite a lot of baggage in the way in my relationship with the Lord. So that proved to be quite a problem for me when I was diagnosed with cancer, ovarian cancer, in 2013, because I didn't feel that I could go to the Lord with that problem because, like I say, over the previous years there'd been some, questions that I hadn't had answers to, and I hadn't been trusting enough of the Lord to seek out those answers. So I had a friend at work who used to nudge me periodically and say, would you like to come to the Well to receive prayer? But I think, like a lot of us, initially I didn't do that. I thought, no, it's fine, this is a process, it'll be okay. So I went through the process of chemotherapy and had surgery, and then had a recurrence after 18 months, and then started to feel a bit more concerned. And my friend was very faithful, and I'm very grateful to her for being faithful, and continued to nudge me back towards the Lord and invited me to make an appointment at the Well. And eventually I did do that, at the point at which I suppose I was starting to feel more desperate, which I'm ashamed to say, but I think it's only honest to say that it wasn't initially. It was after, some time when I was concerned about my health. So anyway, I made my first appointment to go to the Well, and if I'm really honest, I was quite anxious about that. Because I didn't know what to expect. I knew what my relationship with God was like at that time, and I didn't know what he was going to say. And one of the things I would say is that I'm a very honest person, and I didn't want to pretend that things were any better than they were, so I was very honest about what had happened. I was given the opportunity not just to share the story of my having cancer, but of significant life events. And I think that gave me the opportunity to talk about my husband's death and the impact that had had on my faith. And that first meeting was probably about an hour to an hour and a half, and was the beginning of an unburdening and a healing that has continued over time. I think that first appointment is probably something like 12 months ago, or maybe a bit more than 12 months ago now. And I've continued to see the ministry team at the Well over that period. And over that time, I would say that we've done some very deep work, some very meaningful inner healing of some things that I perhaps wasn't even aware of myself, to be honest. Certainly dealing with those questions that I said about the loss of my husband, and a deep forgiveness, because I knew that I'd messed up really by not trusting the Lord at that time. And I received forgiveness that really meant that I was able to re-establish a relationship with the Lord that has been part of the greatest healing. It's not just about physical healing. It's been, for me, very significantly about emotional healing and spiritual healing. And they have been part of the most amazing aspect of this journey that I've been on with the team from the Well. And I continue to be on that journey. I'm not healed of cancer at this point. I still have cancer in my body, though I believe that it is still perfectly feasible that the Lord will heal me. But I have to say that if that doesn't happen in a literal physical sense, then the healing and the restoration that I've experienced has been so immense and given me such peace and such comfort that I can't really speak highly enough of the impact it's had on my life, for which I am incredibly grateful. So that's really a potted version of how I came to the Well, my experience of working with the ministry team, and where we're at now, because I don't think it's finished yet.